What is going on, you guys? Petplatypus here, and it is time to do a Young Justice double review, starting with episode 20, Cold Hearted. This was an episode I wasn't really sure if I would like going in because, well, I mean, not that I dislike it or anything. There's really no bad episode of Young Justice, so I don't know why this one would just be the magic bad one, but it was about Wally, and I don't dislike Wally. He's just my least favorite on the team, so essentially I go into this episode thinking, well, it'll probably be good. Maybe I won't like Wally that much. Sometimes he gets annoying, but usually he's just kind of funny, whatever. Not that he has like terrible characterization or anything. He just, like I said, he's just my least favorite. But it turns out it was a really, really good episode. The setup for this episode was brilliant, and the payoff and execution was really, really good as well. A couple of little nitpicks here and there, and I'll get into those. But the basic premise of this episode, the story setup, is Wally's birthday. He's super excited. It's a snow day, so he doesn't have to go to school. He goes to the cave. He hangs out with his friends, having his party. The only thing that kind of brings his day down at first is the fact that he finds out Connor and Megan are a couple, which I love. They didn't drag that out. They didn't like make a love triangle bullshit. He didn't get all mad or nothing. It was a really nice reaction. It was good, small characterization and small character progression for the group as a whole, that he now knows that since everyone else knows. And I don't know how it was like a secret. Like, they didn't really seem like they were keeping... I mean, I guess they kind of seemed like they were keeping it a secret, but I don't know. It seemed pretty friggin' obvious, but whatever. So yeah, he finds out that. Then, on the uplifting side of his birthday, he's like, yes, I get to fight with the Justice League. We're all going to fight these snow machines. He is like, my body is ready. But his body was not ready for that. What his body was ready for was to go take a fucking heart across country to save this girl. And of course, I mean, the only thing he said that was really dickish was when he was like, who even is this girl? And Batman's like, bro, does it even matter? And it's true, and he says, yeah, that's true, and he doesn't argue the point, but it was a little dickish for him to say that, because it's like, it really, like, does it really matter? But yeah, he takes the heart, and this is where the brilliant setup goes. He has like 4 hours to get this heart across the entire country from like coast to coast, within the time limit, and he can't jostle this thing around too much, and you have people trying to stop him on the way. Like, I forget the dude's full name, but I think he had like Savage in the name, I forget. He tries to stop him, and then you've got like Vertigo there, and he's trying to, if it turns out that this bitch is a queen, and if she dies and she doesn't get this heart transplant, he'll take over this country, and this supervillain will have like this diplomatic immunity. And Flash pretty much saves it, or not Flash, Kid Flash, Wally, pretty much saves an entire country. So the setup for this episode is brilliant. I love the fake out where he gives the heart, and they're like, no, it's too late, she died. But you kind of tell this guy looks a little too thuggish to be a real doctor, and so then he's like, oh wait, I got tricked. He gets the real heart back, he goes into the parking garage, they have that parking garage scene. The whole time you're thinking, this episode's fast-paced, but it slows down just enough in just the right spots where you're like, come on, dude, you gotta pick up the pace, you gotta go. And it kind of, like, it's a rush, and it's just a really good episode. I really enjoyed it. It was good for Wally's character. The ending was really good with him choosing to keep the heart container instead of the staff as his souvenir. It was a heartwarming ending. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Like, a split second after I said that, I realized the pun I just threw up on you guys is a heartwarming ending. My apologies. But it kind of was. And, wow, I did not even plan that pun at all, and I have planned some puns. But, anyways, I got sidetracked for a second. It was a really good episode. The animation was good. The pacing was really good. It was good for Kid Flash's character. And overall, I thought it was really, really good. I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. And, yeah, it was a very good episode. 8 to 8.5 out of 10. Very good episode of Young Justice. And now we'll move on to episode, 21, I believe? So episode 21, this one is called Image, and this one's definitely very Megan focused, and it's cool. It's a good episode, a little creepy, I'll get into that, but it's a good episode. The cliffhanger ending I definitely didn't see coming, but basically you have Megan, and what we basically find out is that her entire personality, what she looks like, is designed after a TV show. They meet the actress, and she's like, oh, I'm your big fan. She kind of fangirls a little bit, and they end up watching the episode. And it's not just like, oh, she looks like her. No, she does the Hello Megan thing, was from the show. Which, that was always kind of a cheesy thing she did, so the fact that it's based off of like a cheesy sitcom I actually think is kind of funny. But they have that part, the boyfriend, and it's like, that's where it starts to get into the creepy territory, when it's like, you don't just look like her, you sound like her, you act like her, you fucking found a boyfriend who kind of looks like the boyfriend from the show, and you're like, hey, I like the name Connor. It's weird. Like, it is a really weird kind of creepy situation that I think they let that kind of roll off their shoulders a little too easily, but I don't know. It's not too bad, I guess, but it was a little weird, but I'm probably just kind of blowing it out of proportion. It's not like it's that crazy. It's just, it was kind of creepy. But she does that, and they find out, and so she's kind of trying to hide her, identity. She doesn't want them to know, but she does end up telling them at the end. What she doesn't tell them, though, is about her crazy fucking monster form, which apparently is her true form. I don't even know if what she showed Superboy at the end of the episode, where she was bald with like the eyebrows, like her dad, or was that uncle or dad? I forget, but I think uncle maybe. I'm not sure because dad doesn't sound right to me. But anyways, whatever she is related to fucking Martian Manhunter, she kind of looked like him. I don't even think that's her real form, because I distinctly remember in the episode where they were getting interviewed by Black Canary, she said, "You're turning white." And she's like, she freaked out for a second, and then she was like, "Oh, you mean Caucasian?" And it's like, what the fuck was that about? This alien form of hers is white, which is different from the regular green Martians that we've seen before, like Martian Manhunter. So I think this is what she was afraid of. And that's interesting. It's good foreshadowing. Once again, that episode just killing it as being an awesome episode. The episode with the psychiatric shit and all that from Black Canary. So yeah, good foreshadowing there. And this episode, I was hoping she would show them that form at the end, but I'm assuming we'll find out about, or not find out about it later. We'll have the other characters find out about it later. But yeah, the animation was good. Voice acting was, of course, great. The ending, because I noticed that the kid had green eyes, and I wasn't really sure if that was like a thing that Megan did, because she transferred her blood to the kid, but she changed it on a cellular level to match his, which is fine, but maybe a little bit of Martian got in the kid, and that's why his eyes turned green. But maybe maybe he was already under the control of Queen Bee, because Queen Bee is just chilling there. And she basically tells Megan, "Yeah, I know all about you. You fucking don't cooperate with me. I'm going to tell them everything." So she's clearly still going to keep the white form a secret. And I don't know, it was just a really good episode. I don't know if it's going to go into a two-parter, or if this is going to carry over in some other way. Definitely interested to see what's going to happen, but yeah, I don't know. It's a really weird episode. I didn't see it coming, honestly. I thought the Hello Megan thing was just like, oh, she's not from Earth, she's a little weird and quirky. The beginning was kind of pointless. The beginning with the whole Black Canary fake out was really kind of pointless. You could go a lot of interesting ways with that, because she is an adult, and I'm sure Connor's like 16 or something. But you wouldn't be able to do it on a kid's show, so they wouldn't be able to do that, even though you could go in interesting directions with that. So yeah, that fake out at the beginning seemed kind of pointless, honestly. But everything else in the episode was really good at characterizing Megan. The boy character and the mom that she based herself off of, they were both pretty nice, distinct characters. Queen Bee, I don't know much about her. I think she's a part of the Illuminati. I think I saw her there. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But yeah, she seems like a well-designed character, and I guess she has mind manipulation powers. It was cool to see the Simon Says guy again. I noticed that, like, now that I see him again, he kind of reminds me of Frieza, like with the brain sitting there and everything. If it was just like purple, he really reminds me of Frieza from Dragon Ball. But anyway, not personality-wise or anything. And Megan totally fucks this guy over. He's like laying there drooling and shit. I don't know if she turned him into a vegetable or if he'll recover from that or what the fuck, but he'll probably recover. But yeah, it was a really good episode. The cliffhanger ending was definitely really cool. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe it'll go into a two-parter. I don't know. There's only about 5 episodes left for the season, so that'll be cool. Then I'll dive into season 2, and then Young Justice will be over, but hopefully eventually we can get a season 3. Maybe. I don't know if there was any like update on that. I haven't been following it, but Regardless, I enjoyed this episode. It had good characterization, good animation, good pacing. The voice acting was, of course, on point. All those aspects are usually great in a Young Justice episode. And then the development and progression we got with Megan was really cool, especially kind of getting an answer to that whole, like, turning white thing. I thought that was really nice to see. And yeah, she was pretty grotesque. I can see why she wouldn't want people to see her like that. But, yeah, and I think she mentioned different races of Martians in an older episode when her and Connor were in high school and they mentally talked to each other. I believe she mentioned like green and a different color, and I guess it was probably white. So that's really, really cool, and I really, really enjoyed it. So, really good foreshadowing, really good setup from the overall series for this episode. I'll probably give this episode a solid 8 to 8.5 out of 10. I thought it was another very good episode of Young Justice. I think I liked the last one more, but this one definitely had a lot of good points to it that I think puts it on the same level. And I can't believe I just said that about a Wally episode. And I don't hate fucking Wally, but usually episodes that are focused on him, I'm like, he's kind of the weak link of this one. But he was actually funny in this episode. In this episode in particular, he was actually funny. When the monkey throws the fucking protein bar at fucking Superboy, and he's like, be glad that's all he threw. That put a smile on my face. What was the other thing he said? It was like in the beginning, oh yeah, the high five. He's like, dude, you left me hanging. It just, I don't know, it just, for some reason, he was actually pretty funny in this one. But, yeah, he even mocked the hello Megan thing. That he was actually really funny in this episode. So, but that's pretty much all I have to say. So what did you guys think of these episodes of Young Justice? You can tell me in the comment section below. Also follow me on Instagram or add me on PSN. I'm petplatypus on both. Give this video a thumbs up, share it on social media. Both those would help me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already or if you like what you've seen here, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.